YouTube. What's up, YouTube? This video, as the title says, is about when I got my heart broken. Now, it's not as bad as you may think, but but one thing as you get older that you learn in life is that sometimes things are even especially nowadays, things are more temporary than you think, and that's okay. You gotta appreciate the moments, the lessons, and you gotta move forward. It doesn't have to be no residual hate involved or anything. And sometimes you just gotta go forward and move forward, and take care of yourself to have new opportunities, and things like that. But let's start, right? Yeah, so I was at we're just gonna say I was at a college, right? It was a junior college. It was community college. For those of you who don't know what a community college is, it's a college that you go to before you go to a university, or Cal State. But yeah, I was at my community college, and I met this beautiful young lady from Burmese. She was from Burma. They classify as being Burmese, or you might know it as Myanmar. I believe Burma is neighbors with like Thailand and neighbors with Thailand. But anyway, I met this lady. We clicked. We hung out, and we got to know each other. And as we got to know each other, even from the gate, she told me she had, she told me she had. Well, let's say this. So she said she's been out here in the U.S. for 6 months. No, for like a year now. Like when we first hung out, she said she'd been in the U.S. for a year. And she said that she had a dude back home, but he didn't want to come to the U.S. And she, was in the U.S. now, and he's out there. And she was saying that like basically it seemed like she was talking like they were a past tense thing, like they were like no longer together because of like her being out here now and him being out there, and none of them wanted to, like, she didn't want to go back out there and he didn't want to come out here. So yeah, we eventually hung out a few times. We enjoyed each other's company. We became very attracted to each other. She was very beautiful, y'all. Like, she was very, very beautiful. When we first actually met, she lied about her age. She said she was 26. But once she got a little closer, she started, revealing. She's like, I gotta tell you, I lied about my age. I'm 31. And, I wouldn't have tripped at all. Like, she looked good. She took care of herself. I don't trip off her age like that. But I guess, like, out in, Asian countries or whatnot, they, strangely, they have she said that they have this negative thought on, like, women that are over 25, which is that I'm not going to judge that, but that's not how I think. I don't really like trip off ages. Oh, you take care of yourself and your mind is cool. Like, that's all that matters, right? So yeah, we started hanging out. We got really close. So this lady, she has her own business in her home country. She's Burmese, and she's also Chinese. Like, she's half and half. She lives with her sister, mother, father, and her sister's 2 kids. Like, they have this decent sized house, and a suburban neighborhood. That's just her, where she lives. And she's the younger sister. She hangs out with her sister a lot, and she's very close to her family. And her family is more of an arranged type marriage thing where they want their daughter to be married, and in addition to that, they want it to be arranged. Like meaning, the dude that she's with in her home country, they all like that's her mother's best friend's son. So like they had that perfectly arranged. Like they were like it wasn't nothing that they could have done about it. The mother's, well, her mother and her dad, you know, that's what they arranged for her, you know. So like she basically in that culture, like the offspring, if you will, they have to accept that. So yeah, like we got closer. We kind of been like under the radar, low key, if you will. And then after time, the plan was gonna be okay. We'll be like more like exclusive or like public with it, meaning like letting the family know or whatnot. Yeah, so we did things that, you know, it was crazy because she was the most beautiful woman that I, you know, like ever met, and she treated me more good than any girl that even I probably didn't think was as beautiful. And I don't mean to say that to like look shame or anything, but it took the most. It's just weird. That's how life works. The most beautiful people you meet might treat you better than someone that you're not as attractive to, but doesn't work out, you know. But like she was the most beautiful woman that I ever met at the time, because I'm not going to disrespect a future potential partner. But yeah, she treated me well, man. Like I always wanted to go whale watching. I always wanted to go whale watching. I never have at that time, and she was the one that actually treated me there. And you know, she always wanted to like go half on things or even pay for things. I would never go above going half. Like I would either pay for things or go half. She would even like it's funny because, you know, I think Asian women are they were traditionally raised to cater to their man, right? So that's how she was, man. Like when we go out to eat, she would always make sure I got my food first, and like she would make my plate first and everything. Yeah, everything was cool, man. Then one strange day, we just took a break from everything, man. We got a hotel room. We were watching movies, enjoying our time. And then she gets this call, man. Like she gets this FaceTime call, and then her facial expression just like drops. Like her facial expression drops. You could tell that the call gave her a facial expression that looked like she found that she saw a ghost or something, you know. And I was like, damn, what the hell happened? Then she said, we gotta go. Then we get out the room, and then like as we get to the parking lot, she just like pauses, and she, you know, she's talking in her native language to her mother and her sister. Then she tells me they caught me, right? And I'm like, what the hell do you mean they caught you, right? She said they caught me. She said they know everything, right? So basically somehow like the mother went into her phone, saw everything, and basically they tracked her location. And yeah, she said that like the girl, she was really, really stressed, and then she said she had to choose between me and him. And then we both understand that, well, I'm going to be honest, I didn't know that she was still with him, but it's not like she didn't tell me. The problem was it was a language barrier. Like her conversation, I looked back at the text and she did reveal it. I was just too like ignorant to understand that she did. But like a lot of people from foreign countries, they would use past tense terms even though they don't mean past tense. Like even sometimes they'll say like he or she, and they use it interchangeably. Like meaning they might talk about a male and they might say she, or they might talk about a she and still say shit, right? But yeah, like they would say have or will be and use the term had. So like I look back at the text and I thought back on the communication, and then I remember like she did actually like reveal that she had that, like she said had, so I interpret that as they're not together no more, like at all. So that's on me, I would say, right? So I probably shouldn't have been like with her in the first place. But she, took accountability too. I took accountability. She said that no, she would say that it's her fault that this all happened. I say that I should have like read it better. So that's another attractive thing about her. Like she was big on accountability, because I'm big on accountability, right? But yeah, what ended up happening, right? So we get caught. She talks to her mom. They're disappointed in her. They're mad. She's sad. You could tell she really loved me, and you could tell she really loved him. So it's kind of like even the dude. They told the dude, and I'm not going to lie. Me as a dude, I know a lot of guys. A majority of guys do the same thing, but they don't. They are double standard, right? So like in my head, I'm like, damn, I'm pretty sure, he probably has something back home as to why he doesn't want to come out here with her anyway, right? But either way, it is what it is, right? So yeah, her mother said you got to choose between the new dude and him, and then like me and the lady. I'm going to call her Milan. I'm not going to say her real name. I'm going to call her Milan. So me and Milan, we're thinking about everything, and it's like, okay, they know her dude back home. They're closer to him. So if she would have chose me, I would have been like the villain in the family. Like I would have been the villain in the family that tore everything apart, that tore her mom's friendship with her best friend apart, and things would have been like awkward. So we collectively, well, me and Milan, we came to a mutual agreement that it's best that she just got back with him, right? So that's what it is. Like she got back with him, and like to cut it short, that situation ended. But like I still appreciate the time. Of course, I should have read that situation better, and probably she shouldn't have been in that relationship with me. It was love that was developed, but that just shows how how life is, how life could be like weird, but you gotta appreciate the moments that you cherish with somebody. People go through things in their lives change. There are cultural influences. There are distance influences, meaning like you might move from somebody, and it's going to shape how you date. It's going to shape how you date, your relationships, and things may or may not work out. But it just shows how life is constantly changing, and it's in a dynamic state. And you just gotta appreciate things for what they were, and understand that if you were able to get such a beautiful thing in, you gonna be able to get a beautiful thing, again. But you don't have to have any hate towards the other person. Be mature enough to understand why things ended, and be mature enough to know that things end. Like I'm seeing a lot of people in long-term relationships that's ending their relationships, and hopefully what you guys learn from this is just cherish it, man, and at least understand why, as a guy, it's hard to trust. It's not that I'm a bad person. I'm not a bad person, but it's hard to, like, imagine I put all eggs in that one basket. I would be screwed. And I'm pretty sure women can say the same thing, and other guys can say the same thing. So like, it just shows that everything is not going to be, I'm not going to say peaches and cream. Everything is not going to be perfectly sunny with a rainbow there, man. Like things are complex, man. Like situations are complex, and sometimes things work out, sometimes things don't, and unfortunately it's best to take care of yourself but not intentionally hurt someone's heart. So for people seeing, like if I talk to, if I'm dating like 3 girls in a year, I'm not playing anybody, but I just understand that putting all eggs in one basket, especially when you don't know the other person fully, and you could say the same thing about girls when they date me. Like I don't have this double standard where I feel like girls should put all eggs in one basket in me, unless we both mutually say like things make sense to do that, man. But a lot of people judge and say like, oh, because this person talks to multiple people. Don't get me wrong, people might have some malicious intent, or some player intents, or some dog intents, or some hooker intents, if you will. But yeah, sometimes these are just too complex to understand or to say, and things happen, man. I don't want to make this video too long. I'm on my way to work. Like, comment, and subscribe if you've ever been in a situation. If you are Milan and you come across this video, if you want to comment on this, feel free. If you know someone that's been in the same situation, comment, like, subscribe, share the video, put on your notification, and yeah, I keep saying these uncomfortable stories and talk about uncomfortable things like this. And yeah, peace out, you guys. Have a good day. It's 5:30 a.m. where I'm at. I hope y'all have a good day. All right, peace out.